7-2, and at that point in time, I think both teams only had about 8 practices in or so. Well, we'll see what happens here about mid-season when the two teams meet here in Dansville and see if things are a little bit different or a whole lot closer, and that's what we're kind of hoping tonight. Last night, tied ball game between the two girls' teams. Tonight, boys' action set to unfold in just a bit. We do have interviews tonight with both Jimmy Tomid and Steve French. We'll get back to that when our pregame show continues on 105.7 WDNY right after this. Time out.
Dansville Auto Mart is proud to be a member of the Dansville business community and to bring one of the greatest selections of used automobiles to the area. The entire team is dedicated to meeting the needs of each customer in every way possible, changing the way you approach the automotive shopping process and helping you get into the right vehicle with affordable, flexible financing options. Stop by and see Jeff and the staff at 9976 Main Street or call 585-335-8280. High school sports on WDNY.
Well, Steve French, I guess we could almost say half of the 2023 high school soccer season has blown by us in the wink of an eye for the Dansville Mustangs. And from your standpoint, from a coach's view, your assessment of your team's performance thus far as we enter the second half of the season?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm super impressed with the way we're turning things around, kind of like turning a corner. Last year, I had 10 seniors, so a lot of these kids didn't have varsity experience, or if they did, it was pretty minimal. So this year I have one senior, and all the rest is I have one sophomore, and then I also have, I think, 12 or 13 juniors. So not a lot of varsity experience. So at the start of our season, when we played Hornell the first time, I think it was a big eye-opener on how much work we had to do. And then finishing up with the other night against Wayland, we did a great job. It was a 1-1, double overtime, still stayed a tie. And so I'm super encouraged by, the way we've been playing. We've been scoring goals, which was a problem in the first 4 or 5 games. So even though our record doesn't show it, I mean, like Livonia has only had 6 goals scored on them, and we've scored 3 of them. Hornell, hasn't had a lot of goals scored on them. We scored 2 of them. So we've been able to score on the hardest team, so which is definitely encouraging as far as team goes. And, we played a lot of hard games early, and now we're getting a little bit of space in between the games, so kids are able to recover better. And I'm looking forward to putting a strong finish on and hoping to finish over 500.
You come off of that game against Wayland Cohocton the other night, a 1-1 tie. Tell us a little bit about that ball game.
So we ended up, we've been working on, getting into the box, and crazy things happen when you get in the box. And a lot of times if you're dribbling around there, somebody gives you a good whack. So that put us up 1-0. And it stayed that way for quite a long, long time. And then we made a couple mistakes, and we had been marking Marcus Brem, who's an excellent player, and my one back went up and not out of position, but he had the ball, but then he lost it, and it was a quick counterattack, and they did a great job, and he did what he needed to do. He buried it, and then we went back to status quo for another 20 minutes of overtime. So it was a great game. Really well played. My starting goalie got hurt in the first, literally 15 seconds of the game. He said he's got a bad sprain, so he won't be playing. But Nick Fisher stepped up huge and had some key huge saves. And it was overall, I was super pleased with the whole game and the performance.
You see the Hornell Red Raiders for the second time, so obviously you've seen Jimmy Tobin's team in the opening of this season. What do you know? Well, you probably know a whole lot about him. Your feelings about the first game, and what do you expect to see in the second game from the Red Raiders?
Well, I hope we win. That's the first thing. So I hope that's different. I don't think much. I don't think he's got good personnel, and he's got a lot of super players. Obviously, Jack Emel's one of the best in Section 5, not just our division. And I would say, probably 50% of the time when we played him the first time, we did a good job, knowing where he was and kind of shutting him down. But I since had an opportunity to watch a few games where he hasn't been able to let loose, and what they've done to mark him or to, kind of shut down what he's doing. So I'm hoping that, we've been spending, Monday and Tuesday's practice tomorrow on trying to figure out how to cut down the lanes, how we're going to mark better. And we did a great job against marking Marcus against Phelan. So hopefully we can carry that over, into this game. And I don't think anybody in our division has a super deep bench other than Livonia. So I think it's going to really depend on who's got a healthy kid, who's, there's a lot of sickness going around, a lot of kids missing practices and all the teams. So I think it's going to be, one of attrition and one of, who you got on the field and how can they perform. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to, my guess anyway.
One of the things that down through the years, you've had a pretty good rivalry with Hornell, and you've played them very tough, whether it be here or there. And I guess the one thing that has changed in the last couple of years is the fact that before Hornell would come up here and have to play on grass against you guys, but now it's a whole different ball game. Your feelings about the turf versus the grass scenario?
Well, I think, when we played at Ralph Clements and we weren't as good of a team, I would say it was to our benefit because the field's smaller and shorter and bouncier. And so that was definitely to our advantage. But now that the team that I have is pretty gifted technically, tactically, they're very good, and we've been practicing on the turf a lot, and we're good at home. We play well. We've had, a bunch of overtime games. We've had a bunch of wins. And I'd say we've won more than we've lost on our home turf. It's just something about playing at home, wherever you are, that, hopefully they come and have to sit around and like we have to when we go there. So hopefully they'll come and have to sit around. That might, make a little bit of difference too if they, just take the one bus like we always take everywhere. It makes a big difference when you sit and watch and then play.
What do you feel the key to knocking off Hornell on Wednesday night will be?
I'm going to say probably containing Wyatt Evingham's been having, great success scoring goals. There's one or two other players that have been pretty successful. And a lot of it, comes through Jack, whether it's assists or goals or whatever. So we're going to try to, eliminate that as much as possible, know where he is on the field, try not to let him have the ball and not have any, super free looks. Because if he gets a free look, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be in the goal.
There is no better and faster way to bring people together than delicious food everyone enjoys. Leaning Tower of Dansville make pizzas for every taste. So whether you're looking for something unique or just the simple but tasty classics, you can make Leaning Tower of Dansville your go-to pizza joint. Visit their website, leaningtowerofdansville.com, or give them a call at 585-335-2740.
High school sports on WDNY.
Well, Jimmy Tobin, about half of the high school soccer season is blown by already, and I don't know how that's possible. But you blink your eye, and there it goes. But as far as the Hornell Red Raiders go here in 2023, tell us a little bit about your ball club and your feelings of the direction this ball club is taking as the season progresses.
Sure. We battled some injuries there for a little bit. Now we're getting healthy. The boys played a heck of a game Saturday night in Livonia. Livonia is, I think, heads and tails above all of us at this point. But we kept it to a 1-0 game. Kids really played their hearts out. The league is once again it's very difficult. Obviously I mentioned Livonia, but Waco beat us last week. I see Waco and Dansville tied the other night. Bath gets better and better each game. So it's unfortunately there's no down games for any of us. Every team just got to play hard if you're going to have a chance, to come out victorious in our league this year.
Well, I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yeah, it would be nice to have an easy game once in a while, but I guess if you have a tough league like Livingston County Division I is, I would say you'd be better prepared for sectionals. Would you agree with that or no?
Yeah, last year we had a really strong team, and we didn't really get pressed that much during the season. I mean, we made it to the finals last year of sectionals, but the difference this year is we're going to go into sectionals probably getting well tested, I'm sure, and we play a total of 14 games, and I bet 10 of them are going to be extremely competitive. So that really should do us a favor come sectional time.
I know you had talked about that Livonia game and a 1-0 game. Tell us, I mean, every game has its real positives to it. I mean, despite coming up on the short end against Ray Maxwell's team, tell us some of the things that you were impressed by as far as your ball club is concerned moving forward as we head down the stretch run of the season.
Number one, the Livonia game, our goalie, Davin Oyer, put on a heck of a show. He kept us in the game. And we have a defense. Last year, defense was probably the best defense I've ever had in Hornell. We lost 3/4 of them. So we're really young. Gennaro Pico was the lone guy back from last year, but the other guys are shaping up doing well. And, obviously the big conversation with our team is Jack Emo. I don't even know if most people know that he got voted first team All-State last year. He's leading our team in scoring. Just a great leader, and he's doing it with 2 to 3 bodies on him pretty much all 80 minutes of a game. But he's leading by example, and Wyatt Effingham is providing us with a lot of offense. So it's, I think that the Livonia game, the boys walked out disappointed, but I think it gave them the renewed confidence that we can raise our games to a higher level, and I'm hoping over these next 2.5 weeks that we just continue to improve.
Well, that's probably a good thing from the Hornell standpoint that you can play up to the competition, and that's certainly no shame losing to Hornell losing to Livonia 1-0 with the firepower that they've got, and I guess probably from your standpoint as well, it's got to be a pretty good feeling knowing that you can compete with them and stay with them.
Yeah, we felt good. Again, the kids, it was a quiet bus ride home because I think they, put forth so much energy. But they were disappointed. They were hoping, we made it that close. I think it was just like 5 minutes left in the game.
Here we go. Raiders are led by head coach Jim Tobin, John Ashworth, Mike Marlett, and Bill Headley. Starting lineup, here we are. Senior striker, jersey number 19, Eric Ross. Freshman defender, jersey number 15, Cody Carmandone. Senior defender, jersey number 13, Andrew Davis. Sophomore defender in jersey number 12, Damaine Dixon. Junior at midfield, jersey number 11, PJ Pico. Sophomore at midfield, jersey number 10, Wyatt Effingham. Sophomore striker, jersey number 7, Elfie Waitley. Senior at midfield in jersey number 3, Jack Emo. Sophomore, jersey number 2 at midfield, Marco Pico. Senior sweeper in jersey number 1, Gennaro Pico. And senior, the goalie, 00, Davin Oyer. That is your Red Raiders starting lineup. And here are the Dansville Mustangs, led by head coach Stephen French, assisted by Jeremy Adams. On defense, for the first time ever, sophomore, jersey number 16, Cole Thompson. At midfield, jersey number 2, sophomore Jacob Criley. On defense, jersey number 5, junior Ivan Wolf Mayalki. On defense, jersey number 6, junior Mark Sick. On defense, jersey number 24, junior Brady Race. On defense, jersey number 4, junior Carson Mays. At midfield, jersey number 17, junior Logan Kendall. The goalie, jersey number 13, junior Nick Fisher. At forward, jersey number 3, junior Ryan Burley. At midfield, jersey number 10, junior Thomas Adams. And the lone senior at midfield, jersey number 7, Brian Geiger. Your Mustangs starting lineup. Please rise, remove your hats, and join us in the national anthem.
The potential impact not only on the kids treated at St. Jude, but across the world. One of the major advantages we have in St. Jude is that because of the resources we have, we were able to
First
utilize
half
the
varsity soccer action coming up. Let's go Mustangs!
what we have made. And I think this is a great use of the trust we got from our donors.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
High school sports on WDNY.
Well, high school soccer action on WDNY, sponsored in part by Dansville Radiator at 9989 Main Street in Dansville, with a great selection of used cars specializing in AC repair and recharge. They offer storage sets for sale or for order too. Stop by soon to Dansville Radiator, 9989 Main Street in Dansville. Well, the Hornell Red Raiders, they will be going with Gennaro Pico, Marco Pico, Jack Emo, Alfie Whiteley, Wyatt Everham, PJ Pico, along with Demaine Dixon, Andrew Davis, Eric Ross, and Cody Cardamone in the starting lineup for Jim Tobin, and Davin Oyer in goal as this game underway. As the Dansville Mustangs, Jacob Criley, Ryan Burley, Carson Mays, Ivan Wolf Mayalki, Mark Sick, Brian Geiger, Thomas Adams, Nick Fisher in goal, Logan Kendall, Brady Race, and Cole Thompson out there for the red and black. Hornell moving from right to left in their road white jerseys with navy numerals trimmed in red, and Dansville moving from left to right in their home black jerseys with red numerals trimmed in white. Hornell with an approach out front. Pass to the right-hand side, trying to make an advance on the right side. Emo touches in the box, right side shot, score, and already the Hornell Red Raiders are on the board. Raiders on the board on a shot that was rebounded and volleyed back in. Let's wait and see who scored that goal. I believe it was Alfie Whiteley. So, not even a minute in, Alfie Whiteley with a putback, and Hornell, talk about getting an early lead. There you go. Alfie Whiteley, in the first 50 seconds or so of the ball game, puts Hornell in front 1-0. Out front, Wyatt Evingham marked out there by the Dansville defense, and now Emo weaving his way down on the right-hand side. Right-footed shot is up and over the top. So, very quickly, Hornell firing shots off right and left. Credit Nick Fisher with a save on the first shot, and then that rebound came back in and came right back to Alfie Whiteley, and Whiteley knew what to do with it. And he found the back of the net. So on the far side, Dansville trying to run the Red Raiders off with it. And now the Mustangs trying to take control offensively, but Emo pushes a pass in the right side wing and gets it back in the middle. He is the playmaker for Jimmy Tobin's team. And out front, Andrew Davis controlling on the left side wing, coming to get it. It's P.J. Pico. And now curling up on the left side, Marco Pico, and loses it out. And it was last touched by Dansville, as Ryan Burley had gotten a piece of it for the Mustangs. Whiteley heads it back near side, and it goes out. And a throw-in coming up. Mark Sick with it, and will give it up to Brady Race. 1-0 Hornell in the lead as they managed to score right quickly in this ball game. On top, Red Raiders again. Right-footed shot goes way wide to the right by Wyatt Evingham. As Nick Fisher in goal, Cam Delaney, the junior goalie, the regular goalie, out with an ankle sprain and hoping to be back sometime next week. At least that's Steve French's thought. But Nick Fisher did an outstanding job in goal the other night down here against the Wayland-Cohocton Golden Eagles. Next time those two teams play, we'll have live coverage of that one down at the LC Tripp Sports Complex in October. We'll be at the Sports Complex in Cohocton quite a few times starting next week. A couple of soccer games, football game as well, so be sure to be with us here on 105.7 WDNY. Coming in, Ryan Burley takes the ball away for the Mustangs on the far side. They feed it back out front, and Fisher bangs it out toward midfield, and Dansville tries to keep it in, but unsuccessfully, as Steve French gets his hands on the game ball and gets it back in, and Hornell takes over from there. Out front, Burley with it, feeds it left side, and Hornell takes it away. Tried to clear it to midfield where the Red Raiders take over and send it to P.J. Pico on the near side. Left side feed, Pico trying to run onto it, but Brady Race spoils that opportunity. Action here in the first half, sponsored by the law office of John C. Putney at 149 Main Street, providing a wide array of legal services. That's the law office of John C. Putney. Long pass down the right side, trying to keep it in, was Andrew Davis, but unsuccessfully. Dansville will throw it in as Mark Sick chases it down. Throw it in from the right side of the box. So in the first 46 seconds of the ball game, Hornell gets on the board. Ryan Burley out front, loses it. Marco Picos takes it away. Mustangs trying to get it in on the box, and Pico pushes it to the far side. Quick touch pass and a give and go on the right side as the Red Raiders push it up the right sideline, and Whiteley, who scored that first goal, goes down, and Dansville sends it back to midfield, where Brian Geiger picks it up and fires it the other way. But the Red Raiders who moved well out there. Demaine Dixon up on that defense. Got it back momentarily. On the left side, Whiteley heads it up, tries to turn it into an offensive opportunity, leaves it on the left side. Emo with it. Emo cuts back to the middle. Right-footed shot in traffic, knocked down by Fisher and saved. So Nick Fisher with his second save of the game, fourth shot for Hornell in the game. They lead it 1-0. Far side heading it up. Eric Ross, and on the left side, Dansville. And somebody went down over there, and one of the Mustangs went down and took a hit as the play continued over there. Chuck Albanese and Rob Richmond are officials. Chuck Albanese over there checking on the injured player, who is Logan Kendall. And Kendall comes off under his own power, so that is a good thing. Action here in the first half, also sponsored in part by Dansville Muffler and Brake at 9 Spruce Street in Dansville. When your vehicle needs repair work done, contact Jim Hart by calling 585-335-8860. They're a proud supporter of high school sports on WDNY. Dansville Muffler and Brake at 9 Spruce Street in Dansville. 33-33 left. Four of a kind right there, and Hornell with a 1-0 lead. Jack Emo from left to right across. Ball headed up on the near side by the Dansville defense, and Dansville trying to clear it back out, but Marco Pico leaves it back out front for Davis. Davis and now PJ Pico double team. Sneaks a pass in and stepping in there and breaking it up, Mark Sick on the left side. Ball sent back out by Sick and volleyed back in the middle for the Mustangs. Right side feed and sent back by Hornell. Emo out front and back on top. It's Marco Pico sending a pass cross field, and it's picked off by Jacob Criley. Criley with a long pass up the left-hand side, but Gennaro Pico is going to get back there, and coming out a goal to get it is Davin Oyer. 32-33 left. Here in half number one, Hornell with a quick 1-0 lead. Action is also sponsored in part by Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris. Whiteley, right side feed, shoots but hits the side of the net. Oh, the Hornell had got a fast breakaway right there, and Whiteley got a pretty good look on the near post, and Nick Fisher did a good job of covering up. And the shot a bit wide right. So Hornell with their fifth shot in the game, as they push to the right side and into the corner, crossing a pass out front on the left side. Left-footed shot deflected away by Nick Fisher. PJ Pico fired a shot away, and Fisher deflected it away. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Red Raiders, their first of the game. For all the parts you need to keep your vehicle running, it's Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris. Kevin and his staff will get you the right part the first time, every time. Napa at 11 Ocean Street in Dansville and 140 Main Street in Mount Morris. Ball angled in, headed up, and off of the goal post, the football goal post, that is. And they'll get it back once more. They said it was Dansville who touched it last. So from the far side, Pico angles it in and up and over everybody. Chasing it down near side, the Red Raiders keeping it in, and they send a pass out front. Whiteley pushes a pass out front now. Andrew Davis slides it in the slot. Whiteley tied up there by the Dansville defense, and Mark Sick tries to get it back out front. Containing it, though, Andrew Davis, and now they send it back the other way. And back defensively, Ryan Harkenrider, or checking it is Cody Cardamone, who gets back there and gets a piece of it, and now Dixon sends it up on the right side for Hornell. 10 minutes in, Hornell with a 1-0 lead. Hornell on an approach on the left side. Ball broken up by Carson Mays on the far side. In front of the Dansville bench, and now Hornell from the left side trying to attack out front. Jack Emo with it. Emo slides a pass on the left side, looking to run on it there. The Red Raiders trying to sneak it back out front. Ball still loose in the box. Shot is... Did they score on it, or did it go? Or did it go behind the goal? Not sure. It is a goal. Not sure who scored it. So at 30:03, so Eric Ross. So Eric Ross with a score 2-0 on a shot on the right side as he slid one through. So Hornell has doubled their lead at 2-0 now here 10 minutes into the game. Long pass up the right side wing. Mark Sick in a foot race. Coming out of there, Davin Oyer gets rid of it before Sick has an opportunity to steer it in the middle and set something up offensively. So Hornell with a quick 2-0 lead. 29-26 left to play here in period number 1. Left-footed shot just wide left as Jacob Criley had an opportunity, but couldn't convert on it. Goal kick coming up. Your score with 29:11 left to play in the first half. Hornell 2, Dansville nothing.
Dansville Collision has been doing business for over 29 years. That means they must be doing something right. From minor to major repairs, they're your one-stop shop. Their pricing is fair and the work outstanding. Put the experience of Dansville Collision to work for you. If you're looking for mechanical work from New York State inspections to anything else, see Bridget or Dave at 11 Spruce Street in Dansville or call 585-335-7700. That number again, 585-335-7700.
High school sports on WDNY.
So Hornell Red Raiders pushing it up. They lead the game 2-0 here at the reconfigured corral. Near side, it's Davis sending it up near side. PJ Pico sends it in the left side corner. Jack Emo slides his way from left to right, and they push a pass in the slot, pops back out of there, and Mark Sick gets rid of it. Takes the initial opportunity away, and Cardamone gives it up on top. Emo with 2 or 3 players on him, dances his way through the defenders on the left side, and the ball finally taken away out there by the Mustangs. Ivan Wolf-Mayalki got it back to midfield. That doesn't mean Jack Emo won't be back. Emo voted first team All-Star last year, and that is All-State, not just Section 5. Sick gets back, tries to start something for Dansville, but the Red Raiders taken away, and now Emo with a long scuff pass down the right side, trying to head it up and get a shot on it. The ball is going to go out. Was it Dansville that touched it last? I believe it was. And it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Red Raiders, their third. I believe it's PJ Pico going to take it over there on the far side on the left. So Pico will restart the action with 27 minutes left to play here in the first half. Hornell leading the game 2-0. Angles one in, ball headed, still loose in the box, and Fisher covers up in front of the goal mouth. Whiteley was there. Alfie Whiteley was there and got a piece of that. And Nick Fisher comes up with his 4th save of the game. Hornell with 7 shots on goal at this point in time. 26:32 left in the first half. Mustangs try and approach on the left side as Brian Geiger leaves it wide left. Hornell trying to take it the other way, and they do so successfully. Alfie Whiteley feeds it down left side for Cardamone as they inch it up the right side wing. And they try and spin it to the middle, but get some resistance from the Dansville defense. Throw in coming up for the Red Raiders on the far side, and Jack Emo has it. Emo feeds it out front. And on top, Cardamone tries to take it away. Cody Cardamone, son of John Cardamone, AD at Hornell High School. It's hard to see all these young guys growing up, let me tell you. 25:39 left to play in the first half. Hornell with a 2-0 lead. Ball headed back out to Steve French, and Frenchie doesn't know what to do with it. So it'll be thrown back in by the Red Raiders on the left side. Jack Emo brings it back amidst the double team, inching it out and gets a pass away in the middle to Cardamone. Cardamone trying to set that offense up, swings it near side. Andrew Davis chasing it down with Mark Sick hounding the ball there. And on the left-hand side, Cole Thompson up, helping out in the double team on P.J. Pico, left side. And Dansville clears it back out. Ivan Wolf-Mialki sends it up our way. Action here in the first half also sponsored by Nunde Lumber and Hardware on South State Street in Nunde. They've been serving the area for over 90 years. Before you start building, visit Nunde Lumber and Hardware. They've got everything you need for your home projects from the foundation to the roof. That's Nunde Lumber and Hardware, South State Street in Nunde. Ball headed out front, and Emo amidst a double and a triple team. Still inching it back out here. Leaves it on top. Kevin Reagan is checked in for Jim Tobin. Now on the left-hand side, making a move to the right. Andrew Davis swings a pass out that way. They try and get a shot away, but Dansville breaks it up over there. And the Mustangs come out of there with it. Far side. And a pass in the middle taken there by Ryan Burley, who tries to chip it back the left way, but Hornell brings it near side. And hustling up on it is Nicholas Gray. Gray gives it up. Now a left side touch pass. P.J. Pico trying to steer a pass in the middle for Eric Ross. And unsuccessful. Dansville trying to get it back out. Ryan Burley makes a run up the right sideline in a foot race with Wyatt Everingham defensively. Left-footed pass in the middle. Pass to the right side corner. Right side shot is taken by Davin Oyer on the run. Ryan Burley got a nice shot away right there, but Davin Oyer, the senior goalie, came up big on the far post. Long pass on the left side. P.J. Pico on the run, feeds it back in the middle for Ross. Quick touch pass to the right-hand side. Right-footed shot is deflected away, but it goes in off of his fingertips and in. Third goal for Hornell. Now let's see who is credited with that one on the far side. Got a good profile on it, but that doesn't help me with the number. So with 23-14, so Wyatt Everingham. So Everingham makes it a 3-0 Hornell lead with 23-13 left to play. And here we go again on the left side. So Alfie Whiteley, Eric Ross, and Wyatt Everingham hit the back of the net early for the Red Raiders, who grab a 3-goal lead. Left side pass, near side, goes out, a throw in coming up for Dansville. With it, tossing it up, Cole Thompson, and the ball headed back by the Red Raiders. Mark Sick with a touch pass, right side. Burley trying to split defenders there, and going down is Andrew Davis as he gets rid of it. Mustangs trying to control down the left side for Brian Geiger, and now on far side. Mustangs trying to make an approach. Criley around the left side, centers a pass out front, goes through the slot, quick touch pass, and Oyer's there for the save. So the Mustangs get another shot away and get in the box and couldn't find the back of the net. Oyer with his second save of this first half. 22-11 showing on the first half timer. Hornell in the lead. 3-0 in boys soccer. Out front on the left, pushing it up. Jack Emo leave it on the left-hand side, and Dansville gets rid of it as Brady Race sends it back toward midfield, and Andrew Davis will restart the offense, and now it is Emo with a long pass down the right side wing. Ross, right foot shot, just goes wide on the feed from Emo. So, goal kick coming up. 21:39 left to play here in the first half. It's Hornell 3, Dansville nothing.
Gas is expensive these days. Keep your vehicle running smooth and efficient by paying a visit to Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris. See them for all the parts you'll need to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. Kevin and the staff are knowledgeable and will help you get the right part the first time. Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris, and Napa Know-How, an unbeatable combination. Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
High school sports on WDNY.
First half action is also sponsored by Dansville Collision at 11 Spruce Street in Dansville. For all your collision and repair needs, dents, dings, major or minor collision damage, give a call to Dave or Bridget Hoig at 585-335-7700 or stop in. That's Dansville Collision, 11 Spruce Street in Dansville. Mustangs on the goal kick send it to midfield. Kellen Crow is checked in for Jim Tobin's team. Got a piece of that one as Dansville tries to send it up the right wing as Ryan Burley trying to find Mark Sick, but the Red Raiders take it away. Emo slides it in the middle. P.J. Pico on the left-hand side gets it back to Emo. Emo has his pocket picked over there by Carson Mays. Sends a pass on the left side. Brings it back in the middle. And they slide it into Red Raider territory, but getting it out of there quickly, Demaine Dixon. Long pass left side. Jack Emo fires a shot. Oh, just over the top. Emo bodied the ball down and got a bounce and got, instead of contacting with his foot, I believe he got it with his shin and went right up over the top. So a break for Dansville there as Jack Emo had a breakaway. And I'll tell you, he picks him up and puts him down. Shot goes up and over everything. Ball headed out on the far side to the Dansville bench. 19:26 left to play. First half action also sponsored in part by Dogwood Floral on Main Street in Dansville. Flowers can say so much. The staff at Dogwood Floral Company has the knowledge and expertise to take the stress out of sending flowers. Call 585-335-5170 or visit them at dogwoodfloralcompany.com. Down the left side wing, Dansville with an approach. They cut back toward the middle. Double team over there, and they leave it wide. Mustangs get it deep in the box, trying to take it to the end line. Demaine Dixon had a piece of it and knocked it out, I believe, and I think it's a Dansville corner kick coming up on the far side. If so, that'll be Dansville's first corner kick. Hornell has had 4 in the ball game thus far. And on the far side, Mustangs will restart play from there. Alfie Whiteley, 46 seconds into the game, 10 minutes into the game, it was Eric Ross, and then 7 minutes later, Wyatt Evingham, and Hornell has a 3-0 lead. Ball headed out of there by Demaine Dixon. Right-footed shot is deflected toward the right-hand side. Dansville trying to get another shot away. Shot up, and did he score? No, he hit the side of the net. Had an opportunity, but the Mustangs misfire, but it was touched by Hornell, so Dansville will get their second corner kick. And this one will be from the right side. I believe it's Cole Thompson taking it, if I'm not mistaken. Right-footed shot from the right side corner and angles it in. Ball dead in there in the near side corner. Shot scores, and the Mustangs get on the board. Dansville gets on the board off of the corner kick. So Ty Shermer, off of the corner kick at the 17:44 mark, makes it a 3-1 game. So Ty Shermer credited with the goal, and I believe the assist to Cole Thompson off of the corner kick. So a 3-1 ball game in favor of Hornell. Up the left side, slide tackle there by the Dansville Mustangs. I believe it was Thomas Adams. And Hornell will throw it back in. So a 3-1 ball game with 17:22 showing on the first half clock. Jack Emo will toss it in. Gets it out front and making a move to the right. Marco Pico sends the pass wide to the right side. Wyatt Evingham trying to track it down. He won't be able to do so. Dansville will get a throw in. Tonight's action is also sponsored in part by Tony's Pizzeria at 140 Main Street in Dansville. You know, Tony's gift certificates are perfect for everyone. They're available from any menu item or any dollar value. Stop in or visit www.thebestpizzaindansville.com to purchase one or more Tony's gift certificates. Call 585-335-8984, Tony's Pizzeria at 140 Main Street in Dansville. On the left side wing, Dansville trying to dig it out of there, but Hornell takes it away. Making a move to the near side. Davis trying to find Kellen Crow. Crow double teamed and feeds it back out front, and Andrew Davis sends it back. On the defensive side, Cardamone with a quick approach on the far side. Gennaro Pico trying to take it to the right side. Bodies everywhere going down over there. And restart coming up for the Hornell Red Raiders. And Marco Pico will put it in play, or maybe somebody else, not Pico. So the Red Raiders from about 40 yards out. I believe it's Wyatt Evingham, from what I can see. Boots it deep. Ball in the box, headed and goes out. But the question is, who touched it last? It looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Dansville. 15:33 left to play in the first half. It's Hornell 3, Dansville 1.
We are here for you. Call the Michael Adam Insurance Agency for a quote on life, home, auto, business, and more. Let them review your policy using their educational and consultative approach to make sure you are properly protected. Call today, 585-335-2326. The Michael Adam Insurance Agency, 168 Main Street, Dansville. High school sports on WDNY.
Now Hornell throws it in the far sideline as the ball inches its way to the corner, and Alfie Whiteley trying to get it back out of there, and Whiteley trying to turn it into offense as Dansville tried to get it out of the corner. And a throw in coming up for the Red Raiders. They restart play on the far side, and Evingham trying to move it back in the middle. Cardamone on top. Advancing the ball to the left side, Davis takes the roundabout route on the left, up the sideline, but cut off there. Some pretty good defense that time by Ethan Frazier, who was checked in for Steve French's squad. Boots it out front, and Ryan Burley tries to center it. And now coming to get it, Brian Geiger leaves it on the far side, long pass down the middle, and it's volleyed back out of there by Gennaro Pico. Dansville gets it back on the far side, tries to get something started in the middle, but Jack Emo with a quick touch pass to the right. Long pass from Marco Pico up the right side, and chasing it down, Ivan Wolf-Mialki defensively for Dansville, and the ball rolls out on the far side, and it'll be thrown in by the Hornell Red Raiders. High school soccer action also sponsored in part by Quinlan's Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Much more than a pharmacy, with 4 convenient locations in Wayland, Geneseo, Canandaigua, and Montour Falls. They can take care of all of your health care needs for your entire family. That's Quinlan's. Pass comes in, and Dansville tries to control it. They send it back and back to midfield. All headed up there. Errol Gerber in for the Mustangs. Pass in the middle is picked off by the Red Raiders. Cody Cardamone had a foot on it momentarily, and now on the right side, sending it deep to Maine Dixon, deep into the right side corner. Dansville trying to break up that offensive opportunity, and they do so with some good lateral defense over there. High school sports also sponsored by Hober Sealing of Wayland. They can make that old tire driveway look new again. They offer asphalt repair, maintenance, crack filling, and striping. Call 585-728-5650. That's Hober Sealing of Wayland. Ball sent out of the box, knocked down by the Red Raiders. Still ball loose in the box. Left-footed shot saved by Nick Fisher. 11th shot for the Hornell Red Raiders. 5th save for Nick Fisher in goal. Replacing Cam Delaney, who is hoping to be back in the lineup next week for Steve French's team. We'll have to wait and see, and we certainly wish him the best. Taking along the end line, left side, they try to center a pass out front. Ball broken up. Brian Geiger gets a foot on it over there, trying to keep the offense alive for Dansville. Now a swing to the left side and a quick pass to the top of the box. And some contact there, and the ball rolls across the end line. The question is it a goal kick or is it a corner kick? It looks like it'll be a goal kick, but two players came together pretty soundly right in front of the box there, but no stoppage of play there. 11:35 left to play as Hornell with a 3-1 lead. Action here at the Reconfigured Corral is sponsored in part by Phoenix Hearth and Power at 5 Maple Street in Dansville, where they've got a big barbecue sale going on now. And don't forget, Phoenix Hearth and Power has sales, service, and installation of gas and wood and pellet stoves from makers such as Harmon, Lopi, Vermont Castings, and many more. Phoenix Hearth and Power, 5 Maple Street in Dansville. Long pass down the other way. Touch pass for Ryan Burley to the left side wing for Geiger, but broken up over there by Demaine Dixon. Sends it back to midfield. Marco Pico has his pocket picked by the Dansville defense on the far side. Dansville with an approach with 10:49 left. Long pass toward the top of the box, headed on the right-hand side. Mustangs with it and offside. Oh, they had an opportunity. Good pass from the far side wing to the near side. Handball is what's called. Somebody got it with their hand, and may have been Thomas Adams. On the near side, Jack Emo trying to chase it down, keeping it in over there. Adams gets it away toward midfield. And the Red Raiders trying to keep the heat on the Dansville defense. And now on the right side, making it advance, Ryan Burley. Burley to the right side wing, taking it to the end line, trying to bring it back in. Now tries to reverse. Left side pass comes out front. On top, Mark Sick trying to get a shot away, but Hornell clears it away wide on the far side. Evingham trying to turn the corner, and he is tripped up there. And some friendly sportsmanship prior to the restart on the far side for the Hornell Red Raiders. Soccer action is also sponsored by the Whalen Food Mart on East Maple Street in Whalen. They're open 7 days a week for your shopping pleasure. They've got what you need. They've got a friendly staff, a great deli with hot and cold foods. That's the Whalen Food Mart, East Maple Street in Whalen. Now pushing the ball up on the near side. Dansville Mustangs. Errol Gerber got a piece of it, sends it out wide, and Sick brings it back to the near side. Burley trying to center it out in the middle, but Hornell takes it away. Jack Emo with some nice foot skills there, weaves his way from left to right. Scuffs a pass into the middle. Ross with a wing to the right, and Hornell trying to work it back to the middle from right to left. Back out front and on top now, making an approach right side. Evingham right-footed shot, one hop. Nick Fisher is there. So Fisher with his 6th save. Hornell with their 12th shot of the first half. 8:35 showing on the timer. A 3-1 game in favor of the Red Raiders. Dansville sends it down deep along the end line, along the left, trying to centering a pass out front. Ball broken up and sent back out of there by the Red Raiders toward midfield. Dansville with an opportunity on an approach, 20 yards. Ball off of the foot, now on the right-hand side, trying to... Ball still in traffic on the right side. Ball comes free. Gerber with the right-footed shot in. Oyer is there for the save. Gavin Oyer, his 3rd save of the game with 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. 3-1 ball game. Hornell with a lead in boys soccer on 105.7 WDNY. Action also sponsored by the Michael Adam Insurance Agency on Main Street in Dansville. See Mike and his staff for all of your insurance needs. Life, home, auto, recreational, farm, commercial. Call today, 585-335-2326, or stop in. That's the Michael Adam Insurance Agency on Main Street in Dansville. Up the left side, Dansville with an approach, trying to center a pass out front. Ball is deflected by the Red Raiders and out. And it goes across the end line. I believe it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Dansville Mustangs. And that will be Dansville's 3rd corner kick of the ball game as they go far side. Not sure who is taking it for Dansville. 7:03 left to play. Right-footed shot from the left side corner as Dansville tries to angle it in. And they get it in now. A little quick pass toward the top as they go from left to right. And the Hornell defense converges out there. The pass slid to the right-hand side, but nobody there to pick it up. Hornell starts their offense with a long pass in the middle. Jack Emo out front. He's got one-on-one. Look out. Right side shot. Score. Emo with 6:32 left, and it's 4-1. Jack Emo with a breakaway at the 6:32 mark. Makes it 4-1 in favor of Hornell. So Jack Emo with his first goal of the night. Tell you, when he gets ahead of steam going and he is one-on-one with a goaltender, that is a lonely feeling for any goalie, I can tell you that. Jack Emo, first team All-State last year, and rightly so. You can see it on that last play indeed. Out front, they leave it on top. They swing a pass on top. P.J. Pico sends it back to the right side wing. Evingham, with 6 minutes left, comes to get it. Slides a long pass along the right side. Red Raiders trying to keep it in. They go deep, trying to get it across into the box, but Dansville clears it out on the far side and sends it back on top. Cardamone with it. Sliding it up front for Emo. Emo takes it through two defenders. Right for the shot. Knocked down by Fisher. He's going to have to cover up, and he does. I'm telling you, Nick Fisher with his 7th save of the game. And I'll tell you, it's like a rifle shot when Jack Emo lets one fly, and he did right there. And Fisher equal to the test, although he had to cover up off the rebound. Ball on the left-hand side. Hornell with 14 shots to Dansville's 5. A 4-1 lead for the Red Raiders with 5:19 left to play here in the first half. Long pass at the left side looking for Emo, but Dansville takes advantage and breaks it up there. Throw-in comes to Emo. Emo on the right-hand side. Long hooking pass to the right side and coming out to get it, though. And spoiling the offensive philosophy for the moment is Nick Fisher. Back to midfield, and Dixon sends it back. Gennaro Pico feeds it up the right side wing, and whistle, and one of the Mustangs and one of the Red Raiders came together, and one of the Raiders is down, and I think it's going to be a restart for Hornell and back. And I believe it was Ryan Harkenrider that went down. He is no worse for wear and will stay in the game, and Gennaro Pico will restart things with 4:17 left to go. Action also sponsored in part by the Wayland American Legion on North Main Street in Wayland. Long pass, Whiteley on the right side. Touch pass out front. Emo is free. Left-footed shot, and he scores again. So with 4:04 left to play in the first half, Jack Emo again makes it 5-1 on a loose ball in the box. So 5-1 in favor of the Red Raiders, and Dansville will kick it off. Wayland American Legion is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WDNY. They're located on North Main Street in Wayland. They proudly serve the area, its veterans, its service members, and the community. That's the Wayland American Legion. Burley sends it back on the left side and slides a pass back up. Geiger with a touch to the far side. 3:50 left, a 5-1 Hornell lead up the left side in front of the Hornell bench, and it goes out, last touched by Dansville. So the Red Raiders will put the ball back in play with 3.5 left to play in this first half. Whiteley, the sophomore, sneaks through two defenders on the right side, leaves it wide, and they'll bring it back across the top. Evingham on top to Emo. Emo dancing to the left, and The ball sent back to midfield where Dixon takes over. Demaine Dixon, the sophomore defender, on the right-hand side. So Jimmy Tobin with some skilled players out there and some skilled young players too. On top on the right, Mustangs take it away momentarily and send a long pass deep down the middle. And coming out to get it is Davin Oyer with just under 3 minutes left to play here in the first half, with Hornell leading the game 5-1. Today's action also sponsored by the Leaning Tower at 124 Main Street in Dansville. Whether it's pizza, wings, subs, whether you like the old classics, Whiteley on the right-hand side dances past one defender, right-footed slide pass out front, and Emo got a foot on it but couldn't do anything with it. Dansville gets rid of it. That's the Leaning Tower, 124 Main Street in Dansville. If you like the simple but tasty classics, they've got it. Or you can check out leaningtowerofdansville.com and find out what else they have to suit your taste buds. They want to be your go-to pizza joint. That's the Leaning Tower, 124 Main Street in Dansville. Call 585-335-2740. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Hornell with a 5-1 lead. A pass in the middle, chip pass to the near side. Harold Gerber got a piece of it, so did Mark Sick. Hounding the ball up the left side wing. After it there is Ryan Burley, and now the ball sent deep on a foot race left side. Dansville gets it out front. Long shot from the right side is going to go over everything. Goal kick coming up with 1:41 left to play in the first half. It's Hornell 5, Dansville 1.
The Wayland Food Mart, your local Surefine market, has the area's finest cuts of meat, freshest fruits and vegetables, and everyday low prices. Open 7 days a week for your shopping pleasure, the Wayland Food Mart has what you need, plus a friendly staff to assist you. Look for their ad in the local papers. Shopping the way it should be. The Wayland Food Mart, 2643 State Route 21 in Wayland.
High school sports on WDNY.
High school sports action in the first half, sponsored in part by Dansville Family Dental Care at 191 Main Street in Dansville, where your smile is their top priority. Comprehensive dental care exceeding customer expectations is what you'll get at Dansville Family Dental Care. Call 585-335-6170. Ball sent back out, less than a minute to play. Hornell with a 5-1 lead as we approach halftime here at the reconfigured corral. Ball thrown in by Dansville on the far sideline, and they'll try and swing it out front, but Jack Emo takes it away, then dances through the defenders. Leaves it on the right side wing. Evingham on the approach, trying to get it back in, takes it deep along the end line, and slide tackle there. The ball goes out, and I believe it was last touched by Dansville, and if that's the case, it'll be Hornell's fifth corner kick coming up with 6 seconds left to go. Will they get it away? Right-footed boot in the box. Ball free out front, and the first half is history here at the reconfigured corral in Dansville. Well, we put 40 minutes of soccer action in, ladies and gentlemen. There's been plenty of offense, most of it for the Hornell Red Raiders. Your score at halftime here on WDNY, it's Hornell 5, Dansville 1.
Dansville Radiator, a third-generation business of 30-plus years, sells quality used cars, specializes
Other
in
than saves, kudos to Nick Fisher with 7 saves for the Mustangs. 10 minutes on the intermission. Concessions are open. Please remember to throw your garbage in the trash cans throughout the complex. Much appreciated. Enjoy the music.
supporter of high school sports.
Comprehensive dental care exceeding customer expectations is what you'll get with Dr. Teach, where your smile is their top priority. To provide patients with the best care, the newest and most effective tools and techniques are employed. The team is composed of a highly trained and experienced staff dedicated to providing top quality dental service while maintaining a relaxing and positive environment for patients. Call Dr. Teach out at Dansville Family Dental Care today at 585-335-6170.
A moonlit sky in store for tonight with a low of 46. Periods of clouds and sunshine tomorrow, high 71. Clouds begin to move out tomorrow night, low 52. Clouds are back on Friday to kick off the weekend, high 73. A few clouds Friday night, low 53. Saturday, mostly sunny and pleasant, great outdoor weather with a high of 78. For weather anytime, go to AccuWeather.com. For AccuWeather, I'm Cheryl Golden.
At the Dansville Airport, it's 70 degrees.
High school sports on WDNY.
Well, here on an autumn Wednesday night at the end of September, 70 degrees sounds pretty good to me, but right now, the Hornell Red Raiders hold themselves a 5-1 lead in boys soccer on 105.7 WDNY. Glad you could be with us tonight for this Livingston County Division I battle. The Hornell Red Raiders came out firing, scored in the first 46 seconds of the action, and have pretty much controlled things in the first half. Our halftime report is sponsored by Dansville Chevrolet. Find new roads at Dansville Chevrolet at 139 Franklin Street. They give great deals and outstanding customer service every day to everyone. See them today for your next vehicle. DWS Outdoors, a full-service archery and pro shop with top brands like Matthews, Bowtech, and Elite Archery. They've got 10-point crossbows, targets, releases, and a whole lot more, too. You can stop in and visit them at their parent company, Dansville Water Systems, and the Hornell Road in Dansville, just south of 390 at exit 4. Halftime also sponsored in part by Dansville Collision at 11 Spruce Street in Dansville. Well, whether it is major or minor collision damage, dents, dings, whatever it might be, you pick up the phone and call 585-335-7700. Talk to Dave or Bridget Hoig, and trust me, everything will look brand new. They can give you the estimate and do the work as well. That's Dansville Collision on Spruce Street in Dansville. And at Tony's Pizzeria, everybody loves Crazy Cheap Pizza Day at Tony's. And it's still going on for another half hour today, where the large pizza is a small pizza price. Call 585-335-8984, Tony's Pizzeria at 140 Main Street in Dansville. Well, it didn't take the Red Raiders long to get on the board, 46 seconds to be exact, as Alfie Whiteley got free in the box, fired a shot that ricocheted off of Nick Fisher on the save, but the rebound came right back to him, and he put it right back in, and it was a quick 1-0 lead. At the 30:03 mark, at just about 10 minutes in, Eric Ross would score from the right side on a pass about 12 yards away as he slid one through in traffic, making it 2-0. Hornell, 7 minutes later at the 23:14 mark, struck again with Wyatt Evingham with his first goal of the ball game. Ty Shermer then got Dansville on the board following a corner kick. I believe it was Cole Thompson that took the corner kick with the assist. And as Ty Shermer found the back of the net, making it a 3-1 game as Dansville looked to pave comeback road. But before halftime, you knew you weren't going to hold Jack Emo down for too long, and Emo would score twice, once at the 6:32 mark on a breakaway, making it 4-1. He would score again at the 4:04 mark on a loose ball inside the box, and that's where we stand right now at 5-1 in favor of Hornell. Hornell with 14 shots to Dansville 6 in the first half. 5 corner kicks for the Red Raiders, 3 for the Mustangs. And in goal, Nick Fisher for Dansville with 7 saves. Davin Oyer in goal for Hornell with 3 saves in the first half of play. Don't forget, more sports action on Saturday. Football play coming your way as we will be at Monroe High School as the Red Jackets celebrate their homecoming against the DWC football team. We'll be on the air at about 12:45, kickoff at 1, right here on 105.7 WDNY. We'll be back with more when halftime continues right after this. Time out.
Gas is expensive these days. Keep your vehicle running smooth and efficient by paying a visit to Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris. See them for all the parts you'll need to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. Kevin and the staff are knowledgeable and will help you get the right part the first time. Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris, and Napa Know-How, an unbeatable combination. Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Jim from Dansville Muffler and Brake wishes both teams the best of luck. And the next time you need quality work done on your vehicle, see Dansville Muffler and Brake. With a 4.7 Google rating, you can trust the professionals at Dansville Muffler and Brake to get the job done quickly and right the first time. Dansville Muffler and Brake is located just off Main Street at 9 Spruce Street, and their number is 585-335-8860.
High school sports on WDNY.
Main Street. From sales to major or minor repairs, they can do it all. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. If you need a vehicle or repair work done, call 585-335-8280. And Empire Realty at 133 Main Street in Dansville. All real estate companies are not created equal. Empire Realty has unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. Call 585-204-2440 or visit online, EmpireRealtyFingerLakes.com. Some scores from action last night in boys soccer. North Star shut out Hornell 1-0. As far as area teams are concerned, Bradford Dundee took care of Marcus Whitman 7-0. Campbell Savona over Cuba Rushford Hinsdale 3-2. Andover Whitesville JT fell to Alfred Almond 8-2. Fillmore buried Avoca Prattsburg 10-0. Naples with a 2-0 win over Penn. HFL shut out Batavia 5-0. Harley Allendale Columbia with a 4-1 win over Honeoye. Some of the action tonight finds Kashigwa at Canisteo Greenwood. Wayland Cohocton hosting Haverling. We will see Wayland Cohocton next Wednesday night when they host Red Jacket Middle Lakes at the Cohocton Sports Complex. Pre-game show at 6:15 on WDNY. Other action tonight finds Arkport Canasarega visiting Hammondsport. Wellsville traveling to Livonia. Penyan is at Geneseo, and Leroy entertaining Letchworth Warsaw. Forget, we had mentioned football action on Saturday, and then, like we said, next Wednesday night, it's boys soccer. Mid Lakes Red Jacket visits Wayland Cohocton. Then it's Wayland Cohocton's homecoming with football action during the Fall Foliage Festival on Friday the 6th, as they will host Wayne. Pregame at 6:45, and then the Devin Snyder girls soccer matchup between Dansville and Wayland Cohocton Saturday, October 7th at the LC Tripp Sports Complex. Pregame at about 6:15 on that. So lots of sports action coming up as we head down the stretch run of the fall sports season here on 105.7 WDNY. We still have a second half of boys soccer action coming your way next. Right now, your score at halftime, Hornell 5, Dansville 1.
Craving pizza and wings? Call Tony's Pizzeria, 585-335-8984 for carry-out or dine-in. Freshly made tasty subs, soups, and salads, as well as a kids menu, make Tony's Pizzeria a one-stop restaurant for your family. Dough, sauce, soups, and meatballs are made fresh at our 140 Main Street Dansville restaurant. Call 585-335-8984 to order. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Tony's Pizzeria Dansville. High school sports on WDNY.
Second half sports action on WDNY is sponsored by Dansville Water Systems on the Hornell Road in Dansville, just south of 390 at exit 4, where they can take care of all of your water problems, whatever they might be. They also have pool and hot tub supplies, a well-stocked archery shop, and they also have sheds for sale too. Dansville Water Systems on the Hornell Road in Dansville, just south of 390 at exit 4. Tonight's action is also sponsored in part by Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris. For all the parts you need to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape, Kevin and his staff will get you the right part the first time, every time. Napa of Dansville and Mount Morris, and Napa know-how, an unbeatable combination. That's Napa at 11 Ocean Street in Dansville, 140 North Main Street in Mount Morris. So Hornell will be moving from left to right, Dansville from right to left, as the Mustangs kick things off and get the second half underway here at the reconfigured corral. On the near side, Dansville trying to make it advance, and the ball got away from Jake Criley, and it'll be thrown in. Jack Emo gets it right back, brings it out front. Cardamone slides a pass to Whiteley, who scored that first goal 46 seconds into the game. Hornell with a 5-1 lead here as we start the second half. Left side push down the left side wing for the Red Raiders as they circle it in out front. Evingham running on the ball. It's Emo, right side, fires the shot, and he scores! Jack Emo off of the feed from Effingham. Emo from Effingham at the 39-23 mark, and it is 6-1 in favor of Hornell. So, blink your eye, and Jack Emo has got one by you, and that's exactly what happened there. Emo, fleet of foot, let alone the outstanding skills that he possesses, I'm telling you. Wyatt Effingham slid a pass in front, and that's a dangerous ordeal for any goalie. And Nick Fisher got a pretty good look at Jack Fisher, but not before the ball was in the net as he rifled it through there. 6-1 Red Raiders as he strikes 37 seconds into the second half. So talk about striking quickly. That's exactly what Jim Tobin's team has done here tonight. They lead 6-1. Far side. Ball headed up by the Mustangs and volleyed in the middle as Dansville tries to get something going. Quick pass to midfield, and Hornell picks it off and goes the other way with it. Left side wing, Gennaro Pico was trying to turn it into an offensive opportunity, but Dansville spoiled it over there. Action here in the second half, sponsored in part by Better Homes at 13 Ocean Street in Dansville. Not only do they have a better selection, they've got the best selection, best prices, best service. That's Better Homes at 13 Ocean Street in Dansville. Whether it's furnishings for your home, office, man cave, she shed, whatever it might be, they can fix you up with quality furnishings for sure. In the right side corner, they try to slide it down there, and Mark Sick is going to pick it up and throw it back in for the Dansville Mustangs. Gets it back on the near side and booting it to midfield that time, Jake Criley, and a restart coming down here. No, they said it's a throw in for Hornell. So Emo, amidst two defenders, has the ball knocked out from behind. So another throw in coming up about 5 yards closer. And Dixon tosses it in out front. Cardamone deadens it, takes it to the left-hand side. Ball chipped toward the top of the box as Ryan Burley defensively got a piece of it. Emo slides it in the slot and tries for the give and go, but Dansville breaks it up and goes the other way with it. Good defensive anticipation that time by Steve French's team as they push it up the left side wing. On the run, Ryan Burley on the left side trying to center a pass out front. Ball left-footed shot, and it misses wide and left. Well, the Mustangs got in there and got the shot away, but hit the side of the net. Goal kick coming up for Hornell. 36:52 left to play in the ball game. It's Hornell 6, Dansville 1.
Quinlan's Pharmacy and Medical Supply can take care of all of your healthcare needs with 4 convenient locations in Wayland, Geneseo, Canandaigua, and Montour Falls. Stop by today or call 800-903-5603. Hober Sealing of Wayland can make that old tire driveway look new again. They offer asphalt repair, maintenance, crack filling, and stripping. Call 585-728-5650 for more information.
High school sports on WDNY.
Pass slid through the slot by Dixon to the left side. Shot goes up and over the top. And a goal kick coming up for Dansville. So Hornell gets another shot away, but no opportunity for a save for Nick Fisher on that one. Fisher with 8 saves in the game thus far. One of them here in the second half. As Hornell has outshot Dansville to this point, 17-7 unofficially. Ball to midfield and goes out. Throw in coming up now for the Dansville Mustangs as Jacob Criley gets it back in, and Geiger has it taken away by Effingham. Effingham from right to left leaves it for Whiteley. Now on the left, Gennaro Pico sends it in the middle for Cardamone. Hounded from behind that time by Dansville's Ryan Burley. Ball volleyed up in the middle. Dansville trying to make it advance with it, but headed back by the Red Raiders. Down the left-hand side, headed to the left side corner. Dansville trying to make an advance there. Taking it up the right side wing, and they send a pass deep to the corner, to the end line. They slide a pass in the middle, ball headed up and over and goes through the crease on the far sideline. And now Criley tries to center one back in the middle, ball headed up and knocked out of there. Dansville got it back again, right footed shot goes up and over and everything, and a goal kick coming up. 34-38 left to play in the ball game. It's still Hornell 6, Dansville 1.
It's truck season. Come on in to Dansville Chevrolet and check out the new Silverados. And don't forget, when it's time for service or repairs to your current vehicle, the technicians at Dansville Chevrolet are ready to take care of you. Also, sometimes a new vehicle isn't in the budget. Don't worry, Dansville Chevrolet has you covered with a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. When you buy a pre-owned vehicle from Dansville Chevrolet, you can trust that it's been thoroughly inspected. Dansville Chevrolet, just off exit 5390 and online at dansvillechevrolet.com.
High school sports on WDNY.
On the right side, Mustangs trying to send it back in the middle, and Alfie Whiteley picks it off. He and Jack Emo play catch with it out front, more or less. Emo against the double team, slides a pass in the middle. Eric Ross sends it back, but stepping into the pattern is Ryan Burley. Dansville with an opportunity down the right sideline. And still got it rolling on the right side corner as they try to bring it in, and it's lost over the end line, and it was last touched by Dansville, so a goal kick coming up for Hornell. Action here in the second half is also sponsored in part by Dansville Muffler and Brake at 9 Spruce Street. When your vehicle needs repair work done, call Jim Hart at 585-335-8860. Proud sponsor of high school sports on WDNY. That's Dansville Muffler and Brake at 9 Spruce Street. So, Red Raiders restart things with a boot out near midfield. Ball headed back in by Logan Kendall. Quick touch pass for Dansville comes out in the middle, and coming away with it, Jack Emo gets it started. Long pass up the right side. Evingham running on the ball on the right side. Gives a pass back in the middle and stepping into the pattern there. Good defensive play on the backside by Ivan Wolf-Mayalki. Whiteley out in front of the box. Right-footed shot goes up and over the top. So the Red Raiders got another shot away and misfired. Goal kick coming up for Dansville. 32-29 left to play. Your score in boys soccer, Hornell 6, Dansville 1.
It's truck season. Come on in to Dansville Chevrolet and check out the new Silverados. And don't forget, when it's time for service or repairs to your current vehicle, the technicians at Dansville Chevrolet are ready to take care of you. Also, sometimes a new vehicle isn't in the budget. Don't worry, Dansville Chevrolet has you covered with a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. When you buy a pre-owned vehicle from Dansville Chevrolet, you can trust that it's been thoroughly inspected. Dansville Chevrolet, just off exit 5390 and online at dansvillechevrolet.com.
High school sports on WDNY.
Now Jack Emo with a long pass to the left-hand side, coming in with a sliding save, took it off the foot of Gennaro Pico. Nick Fisher with a dandy of a stop over there. So Fisher takes an opportunity away from the Red Raiders as Whiteley tries to center a pass back out in front for Jimmy Tobin's team. But Dansville takes it away, and they send a long pass up the right side wing. Criley up the right side, trying to push a pass in the middle, trying to take it deep now, trying to get it across in the middle, and Jack Emo will take over and boots it deep for Hornell on the left side. Gennaro Pico deflects it deep into the Dansville zone, where Nick Fisher will come out a goal and scoop it up. Don't forget high school football action on Saturday afternoon. The Monroe Red Jackets will celebrate homecoming at Monroe High School. The DWC football team will be there, and pregame show at 12:45. All the action at 1 on 105.7 WDNY. Pass slides into the slot, but finally cleared out of there by the Red Raider defense on the near sideline. Wyatt Evingham slides a pass to Emo. Emo and Evingham, and now to the left. Give and go. Right side, it's Evingham. And takes a tumble, a whistle, and a stoppage of play, and a restart for Hornell. As that time, looked like it was Jacob Criley and Evingham who went rolling over. Carson Mays was also there. 30 minutes left to play in the ball game. And Jack Emo I believe will restart play for Hornell, and he does from the midfield stripe, sends it down to the top of the box, headed back out now for Dansville on the far side, trying to turn the corner. Cody Cardamone on the far side sends it deep for the Red Raiders, and they dig it out of there and try and center a pass out front for Alfie Whitley, but Dansville breaks it up, and a throw in for Hornell on the far side. Boys soccer is also sponsored by the law office of John C. Putney at 140 Main Street in Dansville. 149 Main Street's the place to go. They provide a wide array of legal services. The law office of John C. Putney, proud sponsors of our high school athletes. Pass out front. Hornell with it. They get it back on top, making a move to the right. They slide a pass to Dixon. Dixon to the right side wing, tracks it down and sends it out front. Evingham on top, making a move to the left. It is Emo, has the ball checked away by Geiger. Back on top, a chip pass out front. Whiteley with a pass left side. Shot up and over the top and everything. Now, was it Hornell that contacted it last or Dansville? It looks like it was Dansville that touched it last. Corner kick coming up for the Red Raiders. Hornell with 19 shots unofficially, so the Red Raiders will restart it from the far side corner. Left-footed boot from the left side corner and angled in. Ball headed up in the middle of the box, still loose, and cleared out of there by the Dansville defense out front. Taking it there, sliding a pass right side is Ryan Burley. Mustangs on the move. Trying to take it deep, but the Hornell defense takes it away over there as Ryan Harkenrider stepped in and sends it back to midfield for Jim Tobin's Raiders. 28:09 showing on the second half timer. Hornell with a 6-1 lead. Left side, quick pass out front as they try to get something started on the near side. Coming up on the right side, it is Dixon, leaves it out front, and now Evingham starts from right to left, spins his way out front. Wyatt Evingham, sophomore midfielder with some good foot skills indeed. Ball sent back, and Dansville clears it out at midfield. I'm telling you, when a guy can handle the ball like Jack Emo and Wyatt Evingham, you've got yourself something. Restart coming up at midfield for the Hornell Red Raiders. And let's see who's going to, no, it's for the Dansville Mustangs as they booted deep on the right side, and one hop off of the free kick from midfield. Oyer comes up with his first save of the second half, Dansville's fourth shot of the half. Hornell 19 shots to Dansville's 10. Davin Oyer with 4 saves in goal for Hornell. Nick Fisher with 9 for Dansville. On the far side, Mustangs clear it back on the right side. Trying to get an angle on it is P.J. Pico and lost it into the darkness on the far sideline. And with the throw-in will come some fresh faces for both ball clubs. Action also is sponsored in part by Dansville Radiator at 9989 Main Street, where they've got a great selection of used cars. They also offer storage sets for sale or for order. They also do AC repair and recharge. Dansville Radiator, 9989 Main Street in Dansville. Be sure to stop in today. All thrown back in and then booted into the Dansville bench. Throw in for the Hornell Red Raiders. Hornell tomorrow going back-to-back as they visit Newark in a 5 o'clock start on the road. So Jimmy Tobin's ball club getting a lot of work in. However, the Hornell Red Raiders, after tonight's game, have only 4 more games left to the regular season. Talk about time flying. Hornell came in at 6-3 tonight. They are playing 14 games, as Jimmy told us during the pregame show. And that means they have 4 left. As for the Dansville Mustangs, they come in at 2-6-2 and have a few left. We still will see them when they visit Wayland Cohocton during the Fall Foliage Festival. Head ball on the near side for Dansville as they try to make an approach on the left side. Ty Shermer, who scored Dansville's lone goal, has the ball bumped out by Hornell, and the Mustangs will throw it in from the near side just outside the box, maybe about 10-15 yards away. So Jacob Criley Set to get it in, does so out front. Mustangs body it down and get it back. Criley takes it along the top, makes a move from right to left. Left-footed shot. Oyer on the one hopper takes it. So the Mustangs get another shot away, and Davin Oyer tested, equal to the test. His second save of the half. Fifth save of the ball game. On the far side, Whiteley sends it near side now for Kellen Crow. Crow back to Whiteley, has it picked off by Dansville. Shermer taking it up in the middle for the Mustangs. A pass out front, long pass on the left side. Hustling on it near side for the Dansville Mustangs. Ryan Burley sends it back out front. Geiger trying to control it there, but Hornell takes over defensively. Nicholas Gray trying to send it back out of there. And now Jack Emo leaves a pass in back on the left-hand side for Andrew Davis. Davis with the approach on the left side at midfield. Dansville creating some havoc over there to try and slow the Red Raiders down, and the ball sent back into the Red Raiders' end by the Dansville defense. 23:48 left to play here in the second half. Left side pass, ball out front. Evingham slides a pass on top. And near the top of the box, some contact, no whistle, no penalty. Near side, coming out of the pack with it, Ryan Burley sends a long pass on the left side. And Marco Pico will clear it out on the left-hand side with 23:21 left. So Dansville with an opportunity there that couldn't make anything of it. Hornell quick on the defense. Jimmy Tobin from Hornell saying he probably had the best defensive team he had ever in Hornell, and that's quite a few years. And that takes into consideration a lot of pretty good teams too. And that was 1 year ago when they went to the sectional finals. Long pass into the corner, left side for the Mustangs. Brian Geiger has the ball booted out by Alfie Whiteley. So throw-in coming up for Dansville in the near side corner in the box. Left side crossing pass goes all the way through the crease to the far corner, and will the Mustangs be able to catch up with it? No. Throw in coming up for the Hornell Red Raiders. Action here in the second half is also sponsored in part by Better Homes at 13 Ocean Street in Dansville. Better deals, better quality, better selection. Better Homes, 13 Ocean Street in Dansville. Furnishings for your home, office, business, or whatever you want to furnish. Long pass out front for the Hornell Red Raiders comes to midfield as Gennaro Pico edging his way up against Mark Sick defensively, applying pressure for the Mustangs. Out front, pass on top. Jack Emo with it. Right-footed blast, and he scores again! Jack Emo with a hat trick from 20 yards out at the 21:48 mark. So Emo, with a 20-yard blast, makes it 7-1. I tell you, you don't get a very good look at Jack Emo's shot because it goes flying by you like a rifle shot, and that's exactly what happened there. He got free at the top of the box about 20 yards away and just fired it in the upper right-hand corner. 7-1. Hornell in the lead. Emo with 3 of them for the Red Raiders. Dansville kicks it back off and gets things rolling with 21:41 and counting left in the ball game as we approach the midway point of this second half. Long pass on the left side, slid back in the middle. Dansville heads to Greece Odyssey on Saturday at noon for their next outing. As we mentioned, Hornell in action tomorrow at Newark at 5. Pass on the far sideline, thrown back in now for the Red Raiders in front of Hornell's bench. Hornell has scored twice in the second half, and both times it's been Jack Emo. Check it, he doesn't only have a hat trick, he's got 4 goals in the ball game. He had 2 in the first half. That was his 4th goal, actually. On the right side, Mustangs trying to turn something in offensively, but Hornell spoils it as they booted toward the Dansville bench. Mustangs throw it back in quickly on the far side. Geiger trying to get it back. Takes it down the right side. And they slide a pass. Left-footed pass in the slot is knocked out of there. Kept in by the Mustangs and Brian Geiger. But off of the rebound, the Red Raiders push it back to midfield. Dansville had a good approach there. A nice little slide pass from the right side wing into the middle. Had a good look, but the Red Raiders, with some good anticipation defensively back there, took the opportunity away. Off the restart on the far sideline, Dansville takes it away. They take it deep on the right side corner, trying to centering a pass out front. And they're run off the ball by the Hornell defense. Mustangs pick it off over there. And a stoppage of play, and it'll be a restart for Hornell. Boys soccer action also sponsored by Tony's Pizzeria. On their catering menu, they offer sheet pizzas, large orders of wings, big tall salads, as well as sub packs and wrap packs. See their catering menu on Facebook or on their website. Call Tony's at 585-335-8984. Tony's Pizzeria at 140 Main Street in Dansville. Wyatt Evingham back toward the middle now, takes it up the left side wing and gets it back. Mustangs defensively take it away on the far sideline as Brian Geiger with it, trying to start something for Steve French's team down the left side. Mustangs got to get a whole lot of offense to get back in this ball game. 19 minutes left to go, 7-1 in favor of Hornell. Near side trying to track it down. Kellen Crow for the Hornell defense, and now Ryan Harkenrider takes it out of there, but Dansville takes it away. Near side, it's Jacob Criley exploiting the end line on the left side, trying to turn the corner. Tries a boot, and the ball deflects off of Nicholas Gray. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Dansville Mustangs, their first of the second half, their fourth of the game. That'll be a right-footed shot from the left side corner for the Mustangs. Not sure who is taking it from the corner. They slide it in near side, coming out to get it. Right-footed shot. Near side post is deflected away. I believe it was Jacob Criley who got the shot away, but goal kick coming up for Hornell. 18:06 left to play in the ball game. It's Hornell 7, Dansville 1.
Craving pizza and wings? Call Tony's Pizzeria, 585-335-8984 for carry-out or dine-in. Freshly made, tasty subs, soups, and salads, as well as a kids menu, make Tony's Pizzeria a one-stop restaurant for your family. Dough, sauce, soups, and meatballs are made fresh at our 140 Main Street Dansville restaurant. Call 585-335-8984 to order. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Tony's Pizzeria Dansville. High school sports on WDNY.
Far side throw-in coming up for the Hornell Red Raiders. High school soccer is sponsored by Dogwood Floral on Main Street in Dansville, where flowers can say so much. The staff at Dogwood Floral Company has the knowledge and expertise to take the stress out of sending flowers. Contact them at dogwoodfloralcompany.com or call 585-335-5170. Far side, one of the Red Raiders down. And now back up, and it looks like a free kick coming up for Hornell, and I believe it's Wyatt Evingham who is going to take it from about 20 yards out on the left-hand side. So Evingham on the free kick, lining it up from the left side, just outside the box, and boots it, and high over everything. And a goal kick coming up for the Dansville Mustangs. Boys soccer action is also sponsored by Dansville Collision at 11 Spruce Street in Dansville. Wishing best of luck to both teams. Get an estimate from Dave or Bridget at 585-335-7700. Whether it's nicks, dents, dings, major or minor collision damage, they can do it and do it expertly at Dansville Collision at 11 Spruce Street in Dansville. Kellen Crow has the ball taken away by Ty Shermer. Crow trying to wrestle it away and gets it back and sends a pass in the middle. Evingham escapes a couple of defenders, reverses direction on the left, brings it out front, and leaves it in back For Ryan Harkenrider, they send a long pass up the right side wing, and Mark Sick clears it back for the Mustangs, trying to get something started for Jake Criley, but Dansville sends a pass into the middle. Mustangs clear it out. Ivan Wolf-Myalki sends it back. Christopher Rittenberg checks in for Hornell as well. On top, Evingham with an approach against a couple of defenders on the right-hand side, working it deep. Tries to turn the corner. Mustangs take it away as Mark Sick with a good defensive play sends it back out front. Approaching on the right-hand side, Ryan Harkenrider, but Dansville converges on him and breaks up the opportunity. Throw in coming up for the Red Raiders on the right side with 15 minutes left to play in the game. Hornell led the ball game 5-1 at the half. Jack Emo has tacked on 2 more goals here in the second half. He has got 4 in all on the night. And no wonder he was a first team All-State All-Star 1 year ago. And chances are he will be this year as well. And that's a pretty high compliment if you make first team All-State. All out and a thrown in by the Hornell Red Raiders down in the right side corner. Maine Dixon gets it in, and Hornell trying to turn it into an opportunity here, and they slide a pass out front as Marco Pico sends it in. Pico on top. Rittenberg feeds left-hand side, and it goes all the way through the crease and chased down on the far side. For the Red Raiders, Dansville takes it away, trying to turn it into an offensive chance. They try and center a pass out front. Gennaro Pico takes it away momentarily for the Red Raiders, and now on the far side, it's Marco Pico who takes over. The Pico trio they've got out there, Gennaro, Marco, and PJ. On the left-hand side, long pass up in the middle. Dansville down the right side wing. Adams with a long pass comes out front. Ball squirts through the crease on the left side. Coming out to cut the angle down that time was shot up and missed from the right-hand side as the Mustangs rifled a shot away from the left side. I believe it was Ty Shermer, and missed it high and away. Davin Oyer out of there, and let's see, not certain who the new goalkeeper is in there. I believe Alfie Whiteley has taken over in goal for Hornell. So Alfie Whiteley in his final 15 minutes taking over in goal for Jimmy Tobin's team. That's my guess out there. Throw in coming up for the Red Raiders on the far sideline is tipped out and last touched by Dansville. Check it. It was Hornell that touched it last. Dansville with a throw in on the left side. Hornell with a 7-1 lead with 12 minutes left to play. Dansville on an approach on the left-hand side. Burley on the left side boots it wide left. Jake Criley who got a shot away there. Dansville 8 shot of the half, and goal kick coming up for the Red Raiders. 12-11 left to play in the ball game. Your score: Hornell 7, Dansville 1.
Quinlan's Pharmacy and Medical Supply can take care of all of your healthcare needs with 4 convenient locations in Wayland, Geneseo, Canandaigua, and Montour Falls. Stop by today or call 800-903-5603. Hober Sealing of Wayland can make that old tired driveway look new again. They offer asphalt repair, maintenance, crack filling, and stripping. Call 585-728-5650 for more information.
High school sports on WDNY.
Now Jake Criley with a dive in the back near the box. Took a ball right squarely in the chest. Yeah, knocked the wind right out of you, but he's right back up. So a nod of confidence for the sophomore midfielder for Dansville. Dansville takes over. Geiger slides a pass in the middle, trying to get it back on the near side. Ty Shermer making an approach up the left side wing. And Hornell knocks it out as Ryan Harkenrider got a piece of it. Dansville will throw it back in. And it will be Jake Criley, about 10 yards out, gets it onto the top of the box, but it's headed out of there by the Hornell defense. as Kellen Crow digs it out of there for the Red Raiders. Sends a pass near side, tipped by Mark Sick, and it'll be a throw in for Hornell right near the midfield stripe. Or did they say? They said Hornell touched it last, so Mark Sick will restart the action for the Mustangs. With 10:29 left to play here in the ball game, Hornell with a 7-1 lead, looking to improve to 7-3 before they head off to Newark tomorrow for a 5 o'clock game with the Reds. Dansville to Greece Odyssey in a noontime date on Saturday. And of course, Saturday will be football day for us as the Monroe Red Jackets will celebrate homecoming, and the DWC football team will be there in hopes of spoiling the party. Pre-game show at 12:45, all the action at 1 on 105.7 WDNY. On top, Thomas Adams with an approach, and the ball knocked out of there by Harkenrider back toward midfield. Kellen Crow after it. Far side for Dansville. Ivan Wolf-Mayalki trying to take it away, but the Red Raiders start something offensively with 9.5 left. Long pass out front. Crow coming to get it, but coming out of there with it for Dansville. And scooping it up, Nick Fisher. Fisher gets rid of it. Red Raiders with 21 shots in the game. Dansville with 15 at this point. Alfie Whiteley in goal for Hornell, we believe. On the left side, Shermer has his pocket picked by Harkenrider, but now Brian Geiger from left to right steals it away, weaves his way to the top of the box, fires a right-footed shot over the top, and goal kick coming up for Hornell. 8:50 left to play in the ball game. It's still Hornell 7, Dansville 1.
It's truck season. Come on in to Dansville Chevrolet and check out the new Silverados. And don't forget, when it's time for service or repairs to your current vehicle, the technicians at Dansville Chevrolet are ready to take care of you. Also, sometimes a new vehicle isn't in the budget. Don't worry, Dansville Chevrolet has you covered with a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. When you buy a pre-owned vehicle from Dansville Chevrolet, you can trust that it's been thoroughly inspected. Dansville Chevrolet, just off exit 5390 and online at dansvillechevrolet.com.
High school sports on WDNY.
Right side pass, outside the box, left-footed shot, up and over everything for the Mustangs. Goal kick coming up for Hornell after Alfie Whiteley saved one would-be shot from the left side about 10 yards away, punched it out of there. And now Hornell will boot it away with 7:49 left. Action here in the second half is sponsored by Nunday Lumber and Hardware on South State Street in Nunday. They've been serving the area for over 90 years. That is a long time. At 11 South State Street in Nunday, before you start any building project, be sure to visit Nunday Lumber and Hardware on South State Street in Nunday. They got everything you need from the foundation to the roof. Ball back out near midfield where Mark Sick chases it down. Ivan Wolf-Mayalki, ball taken away momentarily by Marco Pico, but Dansville starts the other way. Alki sends a pass in the middle. Mustangs get it back on top. Adams with a pass to the left side wing, bodied down by Criley. Criley trying to flip it into the corner, but flips it out of bounds instead, and a throw in coming up for the Hornell Red Raiders. Soccer action here on 105.7 WDNY. Also sponsored in part by the Wayland Food Mart on East Naples Street in Wayland. They make your shopping trip a pleasure. Open 7 days a week. Everything you need at great prices. A deli department with great hot and cold foods and a whole lot more. That's the Wayland Food Mart on East Naples Street in Wayland. William Murphy will throw the ball back in for the Hornell Red Raiders. 6:24 left to play in the game. Some fresh faces reporting in now for Jimmy Tobin's team. They lead the game 7-1. 4 of those goals off the foot of first team All-State Jack Emo. Emo in his senior year as a striker, and boy does he handle the ball well. Guy who could possibly go to the next level for sure. There's no doubt about that. And probably beyond. Left side pass all knocked down over there by the Hornell offense as they try and circle out of the back of their own zone. And on the near side with a touch there, William Murphy, and the ball squirts through, and Mark Sick tosses it back in for Dansville with 5.5 left to play here in the second half. On the left-hand side, Adams gets by one would-be defender, and Adams and Jack Emo goes down. Emo in back, playing some defense for Jimmy Tobin. I wouldn't put it past Emo to be able to score from there, and Emo with the restart from in back. So Emo boots it high and deep down the right side wing, headed up by Crow to the end line. Dansville trying to track it down, and it's going to trickle out, and a goal kick coming up for the Mustangs with 4:49 left to play. Your score still, Hornell 7, Dansville 1.
Proudly serving the community for over 90 years, pay a visit to Nunde Lumber and Hardware before you start building. They have everything you need for your home projects from the foundation to the roof. They have in-stock pickups or let their fleet of trucks deliver it right to you. They also offer flooring installs, contractor referrals, and can help with planning and estimating. Nunde Lumber and Hardware, located at 11 South State Street, Nunde. Let them be a part of your project today.
High school sports on WDNY.
Long pass up the right side wing. William Murphy for Hornell trying to track it down, but it'll turn into a Dansville throw-in as Mark Sick does the honors for Steve French's team. Near side gets it to midfield. Jake Criley sending a pass deep. Jack Emo back deep. Has the ball taken away. Ryan Burley makes an approach, and Emo takes it away and slides it back out front to Evingham. Evingham on the left-hand side. And approach now for the Hornell Red Raiders. Long pass down the middle. Crow after it. Foot race. Mark Sick getting back there. Sick got a piece of it. And so did Crow. Sick wound up on the turf. And let's see, it'll be a throw-in coming up near side, I believe, for Hornell. Or did it go out? It went out. It'll be a goal kick for Dansville. 3:18 and counting. Hornell with a 7-1 lead. Action also sponsored in part by the Michael Adam Insurance Agency on Main Street in Dansville. For home, life, auto, recreational, farm, commercial insurance, whatever insurance need you might have, call Mike, 585-335-2326. That's the Michael Adam Insurance Agency on Main Street in Dansville, proud sponsor of local sports here on 105.7 WDNY. 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. Hornell with a 7-1 lead as the Red Raiders push it up on the right side. William Murphy on the run, trying to turn it into something on the right side. Dansville defensively. Ty Shermer back, got a piece of it. It goes out, and it will be a Hornell throw-in with 2:47 left. Near side toss comes in as Kellen Crow had the ball booted away and back toward midfield where it's picked up there. Nicholas Gray tosses it right back in down the right side wing. Murphy after it. Crow after it. Pass is deflected out by Mark Sick. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Hornell Red Raiders. Their 7th of the game. Dansville has 4. It'll be from the right side corner with 2:13 left to play. So the Red Raiders will put it in play from there. Right-footed shot. It looks like Ryan Harkenrider taking it from the right side corner. Boots it up and over the top, and it goes through to the far side. And digging it out of there, Brian Geiger, I believe it is for Dansville, taking up the right side. Sends a long pass the other way. They slide a pass back out in front. Running onto a Ty Shermer with a shot and a score! Check it, it was Ryan Burley, I believe, off of the pass. 7-1, make it 7-2 with 1:36 left. So Burley scores at the 1:36 mark, making it a 7-2 ball game. So Dansville with some teamwork there, and not sure who fed the pass out front. But maybe Brian Geiger, possibly. The long pass goes the other way. A minute and a half left to play in the game, a 7-2 game. That's what the first one ended up. Action here in the second half, sponsored by the Wayland American Legion, proudly serving the area, its veterans, its service members, and the community. A proud sponsor of high school sports, that's the Wayland American Legion. Long pass up the right side wing again as Hornell tries to shield Dansville off of it and turn it into a goal kick, and that's exactly what they do. So 1 minute left to play. Dansville with 18 shots in the game. Hornell with 21 from what we can see unofficially. And of course, Hornell has had no reason to really take any shots here in this second half with the now 7-2 lead. Ball volleyed back in down the left side with 30 seconds left. Nick Fisher is going to come out of goal and scoop it up over there and punt it back to midfield. So the Hornell Red Raiders will improve to 7-3. Dansville will slip to 2-7-2 when this one's all over. Jack Emo sends a pass in the middle, broken up by the Dansville defense. They bring it back out front and keeping it in on the far side, Cardamone. Ball sent back out to midfield. And ladies and gentlemen, this high school soccer game is over. And the Hornell Red Raiders have swept the Dansville Mustangs by a pair of 7-2 finals here at the reconfigured corral. We'll be back to wrap it up for you in just a moment. Your final score in boys soccer on WDNY. The Hornell Red Raiders 7, the Dansville Mustangs 2.
Empire Realty Group, locally owned and operated within the Dansville and Livonia communities, is not your typical run corporate agency. With our local knowledge and industry experience, Empire Realty Group is the team for you. In this competitive market, you will not be disappointed when you choose to team up with an Empire agent. Whether you're thinking of buying or selling, call 585-204-2440.
Empire Realty Group is a proud supporter of high school sports on Hometown Radio 1400 WDNY.
Empire Realty Group, locally owned and operated within the Dansville and Livonia communities, is not your typical run corporate agency. With our local knowledge and industry experience, Empire Realty Group is the team for you. In this competitive market, you will not be disappointed when you choose to team up with an Empire agent. Whether you're thinking of buying or selling, call 585-204-2440.
Empire Realty Group is a proud supporter of high school sports on Hometown Radio 1400 WDNY.
High school sports on WDNY.
Now back here at the reconfigured corral in Dansville, where the Hornell Red Raiders have dittoed the Dansville Mustangs for the second time, a 7-2 final the second time around, this one in Dansville. Our post-game wrap-up is sponsored in part by the Leaning Tower at 124 Main Street in Dansville. Whether you're looking for something unique or just the simple tasty classics like pizza, subs, wings, etc., you can make the Leaning Tower of Dansville your go-to pizza joint. You can check them out online at leaningtowerofdansville.com or give them a call, 585-335-2740. And Dansville Family Dental Care, comprehensive dental care exceeding customer expectations is what you'll get. Your smile is their top priority at Dansville Family Dental Care. Call for an appointment today at 585-335-6170. DWS Outdoors, a full-service archery and pro shop with top brands like Matthews, Bowtech, and Elite Archery. They've got 10-point crossbows, targets, releases, and more at their parent company, Dansville Water Systems, on the Hornell Road in Dansville, just south of 390 at Exit 4. And Dansville Chevrolet, located at 139 Franklin Street. Find no new roads to Dansville Chevrolet, where they give great deals and outstanding customer service every day to everyone. See them today for your next vehicle. That's Dansville Chevrolet. Well, when your coaches start talking about getting an early lead, well, Jimmy Tobin wasn't kidding. His ball club jumped out in front in the first 46 seconds of this ball game as Alfie Whitley fired a shot point blank on the near post, got the rebound back and tucked it right back in. And at the 39-14 mark, Hornell was up 1-0. About 9 minutes later, Eric Ross would connect from the outside, making it 2-0 with 30:03 showing on the timer. 7 minutes later, Wyatt Evingham would score for the Red Raiders, making it 3-0. Ty Shermer finally broke up the shutout with 17:44 left to go in the first half, scoring for the Dansville Mustangs. And then Jack Emo took over and would score the next 4 goals, 2 of them in the first half as he drilled one from deep at the 6:32 mark, making it 4-1. And then just prior to the half, he would score once more, making it 5-1, and a short goal in traffic as a ball got loose in the box. It was 5-1 at halftime in favor of Hornell. Emo would connect again from the outside to start the second half, and it only took 37 seconds for Hornell to get on the board in the second half as Emo would score, making it 6-1. He would score once more on a long shot from about 25 yards away at the 21:48 mark, making it 7-1. Ryan Burley would cap the scoring for Dansville with 1:36 left to go. 7-2 your final. Hornell outshoots Dansville in the game 21-18. They had 7 corner kicks to Dansville's 4. In goal, Davin Oyer with 5 saves, Alfie Whitley with 1 save, and for Dansville, Nick Fisher credited with 10 saves unofficially. So Hornell improves to 7-3. Back-to-back games for the Red Raiders as they head off to Newark tomorrow and a 5 o'clock start against the Reds. Meanwhile, Dansville has a couple of days off before they visit Greece Odyssey in the city at noon on Saturday. Our next coverage will be football action from Monroe High School as the Red Jackets celebrate homecoming against the DWC football team. We'll be on the air Saturday at about 12:45, kickoff at 1 right here on 105.7 WDNY. Our thanks going out to the good Lord above for giving us another great night of high school sports action on WDNY. God willing, we'll do it on Saturday afternoon from the city of Rochester when unbeaten Monroe takes on the DWC football team, pregame at 12:45. Our thanks also going out to all of our participating sponsors who without them we would not have the excitement of high school sports on 105.7 WDNY. We hope that you'll say thank you to our participating sponsors. Contact them and let them know. Thank them for sponsoring not only our broadcast, but more so sponsoring our area athletes as well. Our thanks to our IT pro, Ed Trevsker. This is Frank Williams saying so long from the reconfigured corral in Dansville. Your final score tonight in boys soccer in the Route 36 rivalry. The Hornell Red Raiders 7, the Dansville Mustangs 2. Good night, everybody.